Okay, quickly now, it's the end of the day and I really want to go home because it's been pretty tough. It's not as hot as it was the other day and getting cooler, but it's been pretty hot in here still. We still got the big fan down here while working on the 1225. I just turned it off. Had on pretty much the whole day. Bill Byers, he's in the bunk car now. He had to take a break. He's been really the only one back here until I showed up. I think Dwayne was here earlier and was working, but he had to leave too. I had the air compressor going. That's that sign you hear the leaking air coming out of it now. But I've been here in the smoke box, focused a lot on the door, trying to get that clean. You can see it's completely, all the big chunks have been removed. No big pieces of ash anywhere you can see. Again, big pieces, that's all cleaned up. That's why you can see all that shine on it. And along the door rim, in the jamb here at the bottom and in the sill at the top, I got all in there. Except for this part at the top is really stubborn because I can't really fit the ladder that I've had into the space here. The top of it is a little bit higher than the rim is, so I might need to get just a regular stand-up ladder and put it down here and somehow fit it up there. But yeah, so far I've gotten all the outside stuff here, the door and the rim, the sill on the inside here. I even took out the old seal tape that was in there. See, it's finally all out here in pieces, mostly. There's this big piece here that's wrapped around, but I just took that off. Gotta get a new one once all this is done in the smoke box and it's ready to go. But like I said, I've really only gotten the big chunks off here. Need to take a wire wheel and shine it up. That way we can be sure that's clean. Yeah. See this part down here? All this is clean too. I've knocked most of it down to here. I'm going to take a vacuum and get most of that up. Then here, let me show you down here. See, the sand is from the sandblasting we did last week. I said that in the first update when Ethan had the camera, and I showed you up there to get you an idea of what we're going to be doing today. Yeah, Ethan and I were going to be working outside next week, hopefully, on some of the equipment to get that ready for when this thing starts running again. And some of it's in pretty bad shape. We need to get around to it, but see, some of the sand has gotten in here, and last week when it was outside after we were done with the sandblasting, tried to blow most of it off, but because of what's been falling out of the smoke box, it got dirty again, and so we're going to work on that. Once the firebox is done, we won't have to worry about this anymore. So we got another month, or at least that's what Kevin's thinking on this. See all the dust from the sand in here too. But that's what he's still thinking. You know, it's got to be mid-August when that's all said and done, and we'll be ready for more action on the rest of it. So that's where I've been focusing on the smoke box, and it's really just me in here. Here, I got the light now. And I want to show you here on the rim, we got some real stubborn, thick rust that I'm really trying to get at all on here until we meet the sill wall. And that's going to be the big problem. But you can see in here where the joints are for the table, I cleaned all that out, blew most of it out. And same over here. Yeah. And the reason we're doing it inside the smoke box too is to clean out so we can see the bare metal. It's kind of the same reason you do the whole boiler on the outside, is so we can find any leaks where the steam and the smoke can come out. We want to be able to patch it up. See, on this wall, you can see it's a bit pockmarked and dirty, so the wire wheel will do it good here. I was able to go, I focused a lot on this rim here, trying to get that. See some other chunks there. This is what I'm really trying to get removed. The ashy rust. I used the ladder to get up here in the smokestack and really get in there looking for leaks. And looking up here, I took the cap off of it. You can see there's just a few patches that I wasn't able to really remove. And once again, a wire wheel will do that. Mostly brush it away or burn it off. Whatever it is, if it's dust, it will just fall off. If it's rust, and but if it's coal dust or ash, it'll probably just burn away. Yeah. So there's a few indentations where I wasn't able to get at, but I mean, you can't really get it all with just the needle scaler. Tried down here on the little rim, so that where it meets the petticoat when that's reinstalled, but that's gonna take a little bit more work. And then I gotta get these walls inside the smoke box where the joints are, for especially up on the steam pipes, and then in here in the back of the feed water heater. There's still some big stuff in here because I wasn't able to get all the way in. But there's not really much to worry about in here because that mostly gets blown away. It gets caught up in this area here if it doesn't go up the stack. And you can see where the areas outside here where the superheater tubes go in the back, that all needs to be resealed up. Let it get open, and now we need to start working on repairing it in here. There's a little hole up here, and this is right here. This is the hole, and that's where the indentation for the pipes are for the feed water heater. It's a small hole, and that's really the only one I found. So it's a repair like that we need to do. We're looking for more holes as we go along. The areas up here where it's open, we gotta reseal too. But those aren't actually holes. Those are meant to be there until it's sealed back up and ready to run. So you can see back in here, it's gonna be looking different soon. They're gonna start adding stables to the top of, well, you can't really tell from here, but they're gonna be adding the stables to the top part where the new back of the crown sheet is. So it's getting done. We're gonna be seeing in the next couple of weeks here, they're gonna be drilling the holes for the front of the crown sheet and the new combustion chamber top, and that'll be mounted in, and then finally the engineer's side sheet will be put in, which you can see over there, which has already been drilled. Of course, they gotta drill the holes in the next week for, like I said in the last video, they gotta drill the holes in the bottom of the back head sheet for the where the door is for these. Yeah, up in here you see there's no holes here in the bottom of that. You need to do that for the rivets, just like on this side. So yeah. And then they gotta weld these two pieces together. You can barely see it because the ladder's in the way. But yeah, all the walls will be welded together and they'll be ready to go. There's also, I think I mentioned in an early video, there's going to be a new tube sheet in the back to replace the old one that went with the old metal. Okay. Now, oh, I should mention outside here, They moved the train from the movie set that was in Byron earlier this week. We got here, set it mostly across the table. The rest of it's parked down on the one side. See here. I don't know why they used freight cars in the movie, but as you saw in the video, they did do that. So, yeah. And this next week, they're going to be moving stuff around the yard so that all these cars will fit in. They're going to be moving them to different tracks. That's why they're sitting here for the weekend, not doing much. So, yeah. Meanwhile, the engine, of course, is getting done too. And we'll be seeing more of that in the next couple weeks as well. So keep watching, and we'll see you in the next couple of weeks here.